Hey there, guys. When I got home today, I had a message from Gert, and he has challenged me to a fun little game that he came up with for the current dead week of Brave Exvius. So, using this random spinner tool, I have been selected to beat an old 7-star trial, Scorn of the Demon Wall, using only 7-star units, and they can't use a vision card. So that's basically the rules of the challenge he came up with. It's not intended to be like a super hard challenge, etc. It's already a 7-star trial. But yeah, so the rules are 7-star units only and no vision card. Everything else is fair game. So, of course, me being me, I had to kick it up a notch. We're going to go to Scorn of the Demon Wall. We're going to be... Oh, you got to do all missions as well. So we're going to do all missions, no items, black magic, 20 turns or less. You are allowed to take a friend based on his rules, but they have to be properly geared. I'm not going to bother with that. I could take my own unit. Honestly, we're just going to use 5 units. And instead of 7 stars, we're going to go to Scorn of the Demon Wall with unleveled 3-star units. So, once upon a time, this trial was really challenging, if you remember. But this is going to demonstrate the absolute extreme power creep in equipment from Brave Exvius. So, just using overpowered gear, we're going to kill a once upon a time very hard trial using only unleveled 3-star units in their base 3-star form. So let's give it a go. And we're going to do it on turn 1, just to kick it up even further. Even though the boss has his defense and spirit buff on this turn. Again, power creep in equipment is so far in this game. So VV is going to quad cast. We're going to use fire to imperil the boss. And then just a few Farraga spells. Honestly, because of frame timing, they're not even going to really hit the enemy properly. But whatever. So the real damage will be coming from Ingus, who is using Rage Meteor and all that flat stat Final Fantasy III gear. Zidane is going to Rage Meteor as well, and they're both dual wielding. Now Terra and Bart are going to use True Byoga Blade. That is Dwayne's STMR. And everyone's using a fire weapon. So let's give it a go. So VV is going to go first, then we're going to chain our meteors, which are very, very slow. And then we're going to chain our Byoga Blades, and that should be our Demon Wall on turn 1. We did all missions, so we didn't use items. We did use black magic with VV using Fyra, and then 20 turns or less. There it is. There's the extreme power of equipment creep. Remember, this used to be hard. You used to need like an Esther or a Bart's or whatever back in the day. It took like 10, 15 turns. With 7-star units using LBs, buffers, killers, all that kind of stuff. Basically, unleveled 3 stars got it done. So let's go ahead and show the gear we're using. So, flat stat gear works on all Final Fantasy III units. That includes Ingus. So we're dual wielding a fire weapon with all of this. Little bit of killers and Rage Meteor, and we're not using a vision card. Zidane, same thing. A lot of true dual wield gear. Little bit of killer, not much. Fire weapon. And then Rage Meteor, no vision card. VV is using, he's not going to do much damage. He unfortunately did not get to chain, but he had to imperil for us. So here is the gear he is using. Now, what we could have done is use Obsidian Bracer to imperil and had him as a damage dealer, but I feel like the higher imperil of the fire spell probably gave more damage. I'm not entirely sure, but in any case, there it is, and no vision card. And then the real stars of the show are Terra using Renegade with some true dual wield gear and some killers, and then the true carry. The true carry is our 3-star Bart with 4,715 attack power. There we go. Lots of killers, etc., and no vision card. So I am quite curious to see the damage breakdown in this. So turn 1, unleveled 3 stars. So hopefully, Gert, I have satisfied the rules of your challenge. And Here we go. Let's see the damage breakdown. Hopefully Bartz is the big carry here. Of course he is. Absolutely. And then Ingus with all that flat stat gear, really strong. Terra using Byoga Blades. And then, of course, unfortunately, Zidane left a little bit behind. He didn't have any kind of, like, scaling. You know, Terra and Bartz had the Clash of Wills gear. Ingus had the Final Fantasy III gear. Zidane didn't get to have anything. Big sad face. Big sad face. And then, of course, Vivi never made the chain. So there we go, and oh my God, we are no longer minimum level, but that's okay. That's okay. Whatever. Anyway. So now I'm supposed to choose someone else and spin the wheel to give them a new trial. I already took off the trials that were done. Gert did Scorn of the Venomous Vines. I just did Scorn of the Demon Wall, so I've taken them out of the wheel so they don't get repicked. I'm not sure if I was supposed to do that anyway. And I'm supposed to choose someone just because he was in the Discord when we were talking about it, and he wants to try it as well. I'm going to choose Evil Noodle Tree Golbez. He's someone, I've actually had him on my news videos once before, back in the day. But anyway, let's spin and see what trial he is supposed to beat. So he needs to beat within the rules. Oh, a much harder one. Scorn of the Sworn 8 of Palladia. Okay, Golbez, you've got your mission, and there it is. Unfortunately, it's a little bit slightly off-center, the wording there, but you see it. There it is. Anyway, thank you, Gert, for giving me something to do this afternoon. It was kind of fun trying to figure out a way to do the trial. You know, originally, I went in there with, like, a proper 7-star team, and I was like, this is a little easy. So we're going to kick it up a notch, and we dropped it down to unleveled 3 stars and still made it work. Okay, see you in a bit.